everyone, welcome back, or if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by and clicking on this video. My name is Tara and today I'm sharing my makeup favorites from the entire year of 2015. I have so many amazing products to share with you guys. So many great things were released this past year and I really tried to narrow this list down to things that I'm constantly using on a regular basis. These are products that I'm always reaching for when I do my makeup, products that I bring with me when I'm traveling, and just my go-to favorite makeup products. But yeah, other than that, I don't have much else to say, so let's just get right on into this favorites video. Okay, so I'm going to start off with foundations, and I actually had 3 foundations that completely stole my heart this year. The first one that I'm going to share with you is the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. This one I originally loved from the very beginning simply because of the fact that it is the only foundation that I have ever found to this day that has matched my natural skin color with no self-tan, no tanning, no tan at all, basically. I've never found anything that just completely matches me without me having to mix the shades. It is lightweight and luminous, just like it says. This foundation is amazing if you're looking for something that has amazing coverage but still feels very lightweight on the skin. It's very breathable. It still looks natural, and that's the thing that I just can't figure out because it is full coverage, but it still makes your skin look like skin, if that makes any sense at all. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I love this foundation so much. I will say though that I have to set this foundation. I have normal to dry skin. Even though I don't have oily skin, I still absolutely have to set this because it will crease on me, especially in like wherever your face moves, which is basically everywhere, but like, you know, your expression lines underneath the eyes, stuff like that. I have to set this foundation because it will crease. But other than that, love this. Another foundation that just really impressed me is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD stick. It is so easy to blend. It's lightweight. It has beautiful coverage and it just blends into the skin like a dream. This stuff seriously is amazing. I love it because it's mess-free, completely mess-free. You just throw this in your bag when you're traveling and you don't even have to worry about it. I love this stuff. It's what I'm wearing on my face today, and I feel like it just gives a really beautiful coverage and you still get that glow too. It's very glowy, especially if you don't set it. I set my face with powder today, but if I don't set it, this just gives you the most beautiful luminous glow. So I've been loving the Makeup Forever Ultra HD stick foundation. The third foundation that I want to share with you guys is from the drugstore. This is the Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation. This stuff, you guys, is so amazing. If you're looking for a good drugstore foundation, please go and get your hands on this. Even though it says that it's matte, it's not so overly matte where it makes your skin look dull and, you know, just lifeless, but it just gives your skin a natural looking effect. This is what I wear when I go to work. If I'm just running errands and I don't want to use my high-end foundations, this is my go-to drugstore foundation. I can wear this all day and it lasts forever. I love this stuff so much. So I have 3 concealers to share with you. The first one is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. This is the best concealer that I've ever used. It just lasts so long and it's the only concealer ever that I've ever tried that does not crease underneath my eyes. I don't know what it is. I have tried so many different concealers. They always crease on me. This is the only one that does not do that. It has beautiful coverage. It blends so easily into the skin. Very, very pigmented, but not cakey in any way. And I just love this Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. I will definitely be repurchasing this over and over. I just love this stuff. The next 2 concealers are both from Maybelline, and I just think that Maybelline kills it at the drugstore. I feel like they have some of the best products, especially when it comes to face products. Like I said, I already mentioned one of their foundations, and 2 of my favorite concealers are from them, so I just think that they are amazing. The first one that I have been loving is the Fit Me Concealer. It creases just a little bit on me, but not anything close to like problems that I've had with other concealers. It has pretty decent coverage for a drugstore concealer and it just lasts a really long time, but I think my absolute favorite concealer from Maybelline is the Master Conceal. This one, when I discovered this, I was like, oh my gosh, completely blown away by this stuff. It has amazing coverage, lasts all day long, and I don't know, I just love this stuff. I feel like the Maybelline Master Conceal is great for not only highlighting but for covering blemishes. It has really good pigmentation, so it's really good at camouflaging things that you just don't want to peek through your foundation. Another product that I wanted to mention after concealers is this Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. This is not a concealer, it's a corrector, and it just helps to disguise any dark circles that you have underneath your eyes. And this is what the product looks like. As you can see, it's sort of like a pinky, sort of salmony color, and it's just really, really good at hiding those bluish undertones that you can get when you're super tired, or if you just have naturally dark under eyes. This is really great for disguising them, and I also feel like this is a really good base for my concealer. And I was concerned that when I bought this, it feels very thick and creamy. I was just nervous that it would make my concealer crease, and it doesn't. I actually feel like it is a good base for my concealer, if that makes any sense. I feel like when I put this down first and then apply my concealer, it sort of just, my concealer has something else to really just stick onto, and it helps it stay in place. So I really have been loving this. I love when I apply this underneath the eyes. It looks like it just completely illuminates that area and really just brings so much light and lifts the face. Moving on to face powders, I have a couple here to share with you. The first one that I'm going to talk about is the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Powder. This has been my go-to powder when I just want a flawless finish to my makeup look. This does mattify the foundation, so I don't really like to use this if I'm going for a dewy look. I'll mostly just focus this underneath the eyes, but if you're looking for something to really just lock your foundation in place and make your skin look poreless and seriously flawless, I love the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. A drugstore alternative that I have found is the Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder. This is in the Naturally Neutral shade. There's a couple different shades that they have. This one is a little bit lighter. It's not completely translucent. It has a sort of a light tint to it. And I really love this powder. It works beautiful at setting the skin. Definitely sets your makeup in place and keeps it locked in all day. And it gives you that really nice smoothed over effect. The only thing is that kind of drives me crazy about this product is it's scented. So it kind of has like this old-fashioned makeup smell, which some people might like it. I know people that enjoy that scent. For me, when I first got this, I was like, I don't know if I can move past it. Now I'm used to the smell, so when I put it on my face, I don't really notice it, and it does go away after you've been wearing it for a while. That's the only thing about this powder that I wish was different. I wish it didn't have a scent at all, because I don't like putting scented things on my skin, but I still use this because it is that amazing. And then this last one that I'm going to share with you guys is by Hourglass, and I don't think that I've had a chance to actually share this on my channel yet, but I have been using it for quite a while. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in the shade Diffused Light. It's just a beautiful, really pale yellow shade, and it's not completely matte. So what I've been using this for, it's just so beautiful. It's so finely milled. I'm going to try and swatch it, but it's very, very lightweight, so I'm not sure if you'll even be able to see it. I don't know if you can see it right there on the back of my hand. But it's just very lightweight, and it's not completely matte. It has like the smallest amount of these little like iridescent little, I don't want to say glitter, like you don't see glitter on your face at all. It just gives your skin just such a beautiful finish. And what I've been using this for is setting the rest of my face when I don't want a completely matte finish. Like if I don't want something as matte as the Laura Mercier Translucent Powder, I'll use my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder, and that just sets my makeup without giving me a, you know, very dry powdery look. And it also is amazing for if I apply too much blush, too much bronzer, whatever it is, I just take a big fluffy brush, dip it into this product, and then just blend out the sides of my face, and it does sort of what it's called. It's called diffused light, and it sort of like diffuses the product. So it really just helps with blending and everything else. Moving on to blush, my favorite in the beginning of the year were definitely the Makeup Geek Blushes, this one is in the shade Spellbound. It's probably one of my most used blushes by Makeup Geek. It's just a really mauvey, beautiful pink shade. Here's some swatches of some of the other colors as well. I don't know if you can see that from here. But they're beautiful, very affordable. I think they're only like $10. Another one that I had discovered, this was like my go-to color for the fall season. I'm pretty sure that I wore this for like, I don't even know, 2 months straight. This is by Revlon in the color Naughty Nude. This was my favorite blush color. You definitely want to try some of the other Revlon blushes because I'm telling you, I did not put this product down, and it lasts for a really long time on the cheeks without fading. Here it is swatched on the back of my hand. You can see it's just a really nice nude sort of apricot, just, I don't know, warm blush neutral shade, and it's good to wear if you have like crazy makeup on the eyes or a bold lip color and you just want a nude cheek. That was my go-to for the fall season. This next product I didn't start using until the end of 2015, but ever since I bought this, these have been the only blushes that I've been using, and they are the Tarte blushes from the Bling It On Holiday Palette. This was limited edition. I don't think it's available on Sephora at all anymore, but you might be able to find it somewhere else. I do not know. But the main reason I'm talking about it is not just because of blushes that are in here, but because of the formula of the blushes. This has been my go-to blush palette. They just blend so beautifully, and all you have to do is literally tap your brush into the product and you get so much color payoff. And they're not, I don't know how to explain the formula. Like, there's not a lot of powder kick up. You know what I'm saying? They're very, I love that you can dip your brush in here and not have a huge mess of powder flying everywhere, but you still get so much product comes up on your brush when you dip it into the palette. So I have been loving these so much. For highlighters, I wanted to give a shout out to the Colourpop Highlighters. These seriously just exceeded my expectations when I got these. I was just blown away. The formula of the product is so interesting. It's sort of like a cream, and they're just so beautiful. I have these in a couple different shades. I'm swatching Stole the Show. I have a whole video where I did a ton of like Makeup Geek and Colourpop swatches. I'm not sure if the camera's really picking it up, but they're beautiful. And like I said, it's not a powder, it's a cream sort of moussey formula, so it just looks so nice, and I don't know, it just blends so beautiful into the skin. I know I'm going to love these for the summertime, because in the summer I love to use lots of like cream bronzers or like cream highlighters and stuff like that. So I know that I'm going to love these even more during the summertime. And then I'm sure that you guys have heard about these highlighters all over YouTube. These are from Becca. I think that they have the best formula for highlighters ever, hands down. They're just so finely milled and just work so beautiful into the skin. This is the first highlighter that I picked up from Becca. This is in the shade Opal, and this was my go-to highlight forever. Like, when I got this, I didn't use anything else. I just loved it so much. It's such a pretty neutral shade, and I feel like it goes with so many different skin tones. I can wear it when I'm super fair right now, and then I can also wear it when I have a bit of a tan and it still looks nice. And then Becca released Pearl, which, let's just take a minute and look at this. Oh my gosh, this is like a dream come true. And when they came out with this highlighter, I was just like, seriously, this looks like snow, like pressed snow. I have to swatch this for you guys. I think it is just so gorgeous. Now when I get a tan, I don't know how this is gonna look. I might have to start mixing it with Opal and wearing it like that because it's so white. But as you can see, it just, I mean, it is so, so beautiful. This is seriously one of the prettiest highlighters ever. Moving on to lashes, this I didn't even have to think twice about. It took me literally 1 second to pick out my favorite lashes of 2015, and they are the Koko Goddess lashes. They're the ones that I'm wearing right now. If you have been subscribed to my channel, I'm sure that you've seen them in some of my tutorials. I noticed that I loved them when every single time I would see a picture, or if I was watching someone's video and I liked their lashes, I would go look down in the description box, and every single time that I liked their lashes, it was the Koko Goddess. So I finally ordered them, but it took me forever to order them because for some reason I just thought that they were so beautiful. They must be like $30 lashes, and they're $6.99. $6.99. They just look good on everybody. I feel like they are the perfect lash, and I can wear them with a winged eyeliner and a super dramatic makeup look. I'm wearing them right now with sort of a softer makeup look with absolutely no liner on, and I feel like they still look amazing. I just love these lashes. They are wispy and spiky. They're not, I wouldn't say that they're natural, but they still can look soft depending on how you wear them. I just love them. Please go and buy yourself some Koko Goddess lashes. You're not going to regret it. They are my favorite lash of all time. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Okay, moving on to mascara. I have to admit, I'm sort of a mascara junkie. I haven't found one that's like my ride or die, so I have just been like rotating between these 4 mascaras for quite some time. Actually 3. This is the Rimmel Lash Accelerator, and I use this as a lower lash mascara. I just picked this up. I have been hearing people talk about it for so long, recommending it as a lower lash mascara, and I was like, do I really need a separate mascara for my lower lashes? Like, am I really that high maintenance? And I finally decided to pick it up because some of the other mascaras that I've tried just transfer onto my skin. You know what I'm saying? They don't ever stay, or some of them flake off. So I decided to give it a try because there was so much hype surrounding this mascara to use for your lower lashes. And I'm so happy that I did try this because I think it's worth it. It separates them in a way that they look fluffy and not spidery. I don't know, I really do enjoy it, and I don't have any problems with it transferring. This is the most recent one that I picked up that I'm going to share with you. These other ones I have been using for a really long time, but I feel like I have to combine them to get the look that I want. That's why I said I haven't found like my ride or die, just one holy grail mascara yet. But one that I always reach for is the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. This is just a great go-to if you want sort of fluffy, I would just say fluffy lashes. This mascara isn't great for adding length, but it's good for making them look really full and black and stuff like that. When I want extra length, I'll do a coat of the L'Oreal Telescopic. This mascara is interesting. Sometimes it looks really good on my lashes, and then other times I feel like they just look like clumpy, weird, spidery. I don't know. It's strange. I feel like you either love this mascara or you hate it. And then the last mascara that I find myself reaching for quite a bit is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. This mascara is great because it has a curved wand. I don't know if you guys can see that from there, but I feel like it helps really just fan out the lashes and sort of gives you an effect where they're more voluminous and more length at the end, and then it gets like shorter towards the middle, which personally that's the look that I like. That's how these Koko Goddess lashes are. But like I said, I'm still looking for that one that does everything. So if you guys have an amazing mascara recommendation, please leave it in the comments because I would love to check it out. Okay, I have a couple liners to share with you guys. These are all from the drugstore. The first one is the Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Liner. This is a really good gel liner. I just feel like the only thing that I don't like about it is that I feel like it's not black enough. I have to keep going over it to get it to look as black as I want it to be. But it does stay for a really, really long time without budging, and it's just a really good formula to work with. It's very creamy, it's not too dry, it's not too creamy to where it's messy. It's just a really good gel liner, the best one that I have found so far. The next eyeliner that I want to talk about is the NYX Wonder Pencil. This thing is great for if you want a nude waterline to help make your eyes look a little bit larger and more awake instead of adding black to the waterline. This is a good nude pencil. I find that it lasts for a really long time in the waterline without wearing off. My favorite all-time liner from 2015 is the NYX Matte Liquid Liner in black. This, I just love this so much. I have tried so many different liquid liners. I love this one though because it dries matte. It doesn't leave that glossy finish. So I love that for this reason, and it just works really nicely. It doesn't flake or like dry off. Some other liquid liners that I've used tend to like crumble throughout the day. This one doesn't do that. It lasts for a really long time. It is super black, and it just has like a little brush sort of applicator. It's really nice for everyday sort of doing a wing. It just makes it so easy, and I love this stuff. Some of my favorite eyeshadows from 2015 were definitely my Makeup Geek eyeshadows. These go everywhere with me. Every time that I travel, I make room for this bulky palette. They're amazing. They're so pigmented, so good to work with. I'm sure that you guys have heard so much about Makeup Geek, so I really don't need to do too much rambling, but they're just such amazing quality for an affordable price. They're so pigmented. I'll just do a couple swatches for you guys. I'm sure you have seen these all over YouTube. I mean, they are just absolutely beautiful. There's just little quick swatches. You can see how much color payoff. They're just absolutely beautiful. I think some of the best shadows that you can get your hands on. So definitely check out Makeup Geek website. This next palette, when I saw that it was being released, I was so excited. It just literally spoke to me and had my name written all over it. It does have some beautiful warm colors here on top, more neutral, and then more cool shades on the bottom. So you really have everything that you need in this little palette right here. It's mostly mattes, but you do have 3 shimmery shades. This is the one that I'm wearing on my lids today, and then they have more of like a grayish color and then more of a bronzy copperish shimmery shade. I just love this so much. From the minute that I saw it, I knew that I had to have it, and I'm so happy that I picked it up because I use it all the time and it's perfect for traveling. It just has everything that you need, and like I said, it's super convenient, really small. I love it. So the last shadows that I wanted to give a shout out to for the year of 2015 were the Morphe palette shadows. This one here is the 35O palette, but I love also the 35K and the 35T just as much as I love this palette. This palette in particular is always sold out on the Morphe website. I'm lucky enough to live close enough to where I can drive to the Morphe store, so if you guys live anywhere near Burbank in California, definitely go to the Morphe store, check out these palettes. These palettes are just amazing quality for the price that you're paying. Like, it is insane. You can purchase this palette that has 35 eyeshadows in it for $22. You can't beat that. I mean, the color payoff, let me just swatch some of these for you guys so you can get an idea. These were just some swatches, literally just dipped my finger in this palette once, swatched on the back of my hand. I didn't pick up product to go back and pick up more. Look at how pigmented this is. Everybody has been using Colourpop lip products, and it's for a good reason. Great quality, affordable price, beautiful color arrangements. Anyways, some of my favorites were the liquid lipsticks. The formula is great. It's very comfortable. It is drying, but I mean, it's a liquid lipstick. You know, it's not drying to the point to where my lips are flaking off after I've been wearing them. I think that if you are somebody who wants to try something a little different and you're not sure if you're going to love liquid lipsticks, definitely check out Colourpop because, like I said, they are affordable. I believe these are only $6. They last forever. I mean, through eating, through drinking, through working, everything. I wear these to work and they last my entire shift. So that's nice. I know when I wear these, I don't have to constantly be checking in the mirror to see if they're like crumbling off my lips, which I have had that happen with other liquid lipstick brands, and it is just not cute. So I love these. The first one that I have been loving so much is called Tulle or Tulle. I don't know how you say it. I think it's Tulle. But it's just a beautiful color. You know, that trending sort of mauvey, brownish, reddish shade. Absolutely love it. This next one is called Chili Chili. This is another one of my favorites. When they dry, they look a little bit different than they do in the actual lipstick tube. Tulle is a little bit more red, Chili Chili is a little bit more brown, and when it dries down to its matte finish, it is absolutely gorgeous. I just love it so much. My other favorite out of all of the Colourpop liquid lipsticks that I own is called Trap. This one is so pretty. It's like a mauvey, dusty, grayish pink sort of color. This is like my go-to everyday sort of shade. I'm always wearing colors that look like this. I also wanted to mention the Colourpop lip liners. These are so good, you guys. They last for hours, literally all day. They're so creamy when you apply them. They're so easy to work with. This one in the shade Bound, which is that dusty sort of mauvey pink shade. Oh my god, it's just absolutely gorgeous. So that's Bound right there. And then this is BFF2, which is the one that I'm wearing today, and it's just a nice sort of neutral brown shade. And that is that one here. So I also wanted to mention these lip liners by the brand Italia Deluxe, and If you have been watching my channel, I'm sure that you've seen me use these. These are amazing, and I've never really heard anyone else talk about these on YouTube. I only know about them because Morphe carries them in the store, so when I go there, that's when I will pick these up. I believe they're like $3, and they last all day. This one, I have basically completely used it up. This is in the shade Nude, and it's just a really good nude color. But I'll swatch that for you guys because it was like my everyday sort of nude. And then this is sort of like a peachy nude color by Italia Deluxe. Also have to mention the NYX High Voltage lipsticks. This one I'm sure is probably almost gone. Let's see. Oh, I actually still have so much left. Wow. These last a long time because I literally use this like every single day. This is the lipstick in the shade Flutter Kiss. And again, super affordable, and I'm telling you guys, this stays on my lips for hours. Hours. I don't even have to touch it up. I don't even worry if it's come off. I don't have to check it in the mirror. I know that it's there. This is in the shade Flutter Kiss, and it's just a little bit more of like a lighter mauve-y pink. I've been very picky with primers this year because I'm really looking for one that just does it all. And so I've been testing a ton of primers, and these are the ones that really stood out to me. Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer. This year, Makeup Forever released a ton of different primers. This is the one that I really love. So this one does a really good job at just smoothing over the pores and basically filling them in and creating a barrier for when I go and apply my foundation. It just smooths everything over, and I've really been enjoying it. It does what it says it does. It smooths the skin. This is totally random. This is the MUA Professional No Crease Eyeshadow Base. And I actually do not use this as an eyeshadow base. And I'm excited to share my little secret with you guys. When I purchased the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation, I mentioned that I had problems with it creasing in areas like my expression lines, like on my forehead or like around my mouth, just really anywhere that my face would move, it would crease up on me, and I was like so disappointed because when I found that foundation, it had beautiful coverage, the shade matched me better than any other foundation I had ever tried. But after a while, I would notice that it would settle into creases, and it was not cute. So I went on a crazy primer binge trying to find something that would at least help prevent the creasing as much as possible. I probably tried like 8 different primers, and this one I use, and I just take like the tiniest little bit. It's a nude sort of skin tone color. I take the smallest amount, and I just apply it into places where I notice that my foundation settles into. And for me, it's mainly around my mouth, so that's where I'll focus this product. I'm sure if you have problems like creasing around the eyes, you could try it like down here too. It definitely minimized the problem a lot. Didn't completely eliminate it, but it definitely helps. So I love this stuff. Totally random, but I figured that I would share it with you guys. I'm going to mention it in a tutorial as well. And then finally, for an eyeshadow base, I have been loving the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. This is great because it really just evens out the skin on the eyelids, covers up any redness or any veins that is showing through, and just really preps the eyes for eyeshadow. It also prevents creasing, and it also makes the eyeshadows pop 10 times more. I have 2 bronzers to share with you guys, and it was actually really hard for me to find bronzers that I really loved this year. I don't know why, I just couldn't find any that just really stood out to me. But once I found the Sephora bronzer, I could not put it down, and I have mine in the shade number 3, Los Cabos, and it just looks like this. You can see it's a perfect neutral sort of shade. It's not too warm, it's not too cool, it just gives me the perfect sort of bronze look, and it just complements my skin tone really nicely. So there is the Sephora bronzer swatched on the back of my hand. I was really impressed with the formula. It blends beautifully. I love it. It lasts all day. So that was my favorite powder bronzer. And then I also wanted to mention this. This is by Chanel. It's really pricey, but I decided to pick it up, and I loved this during the summertime. And let me tell you, I used this a bunch and barely even put a dent in it. Like, this product is going to last me a while. This is the Soleil Tan de Chanel, and this is what it looks like. It's a cream bronzer. Here's the Chanel bronzer. As you can see, it's a lot warmer than Los Cabos. This is why I like to wear it during the summertime, because right now it would look too orange on my skin. But during the summer, when I have a tan, I don't know how to explain it. It just complements the tan so nicely. So if you have like a medium skin tone, definitely check this out because this will probably look good on you all year round. I was really late to jump on the whole highlight and contour kit bandwagon, just for the simple fact that I find that when you are purchasing a contour kit and there's 6 or 8 shades in there and you're really only going to get use out of 2 or 3 of them, I thought it was kind of a waste of money to be paying for the entire kit. With that being said, when Marc Jacobs released the highlight and contour palette that only had 2 shades in it, I decided to pick it up and give it a try because I thought, I went and swatched it and I figured that I would get use out of both of these colors, and I did. I absolutely loved this palette throughout the entire year. This is the number 40 Mirage filter. I can't really use the yellow shade right now because it's a bit too dark for me with my super fair skin, but during the summertime this was the only highlight shade that I used and it worked really well. Even with my skin being super light right now, you can still see that it gives a brightening effect. And this contour shade was just absolutely amazing because it was the perfect neutral brown color to where it's not too warm and it's not too cool, so it creates a really nice sort of soft looking contour. So next I have a really random product that I used all year round for contouring, especially when I was traveling. I would just take this with me and this is what I would use to contour, and this is the eyeshadow by Makeup Geek in the shade Barcelona Beach. And as you can see, it is very neutral but leans just a little bit more on the cool side and just creates the most beautiful shadow. So this is Barcelona Beach swatched on the back of my hand. I did a pretty heavy swatch. It doesn't come off that intense if you just lightly tap your brush in it, but it is super pigmented, so literally all you have to do is lightly, barely even touch your brush into the shadow and then use it as a contour, and it's beautiful. It blends out beautifully. I love it. And if you're on a budget, $5 or $6 for this little eyeshadow, you can use it. It's the perfect crease color too. Oh, and I also use it for a brow powder. That's another thing I wanted to say. When I was looking for good eyebrow powders, I didn't have one, and I would use that, and that also worked as an eyebrow powder. So 3 different things one little eyeshadow can do. I love when I find products like that. And last but not least, we have brows. So I have a couple products here to mention, and they are all from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm pretty sure that we can all agree that she has pretty much just come in and conquered the brow game this year. Just literally took over. The very first product that I ever purchased from her was the Dip Brow Pomade, and it was, if not over a year, about a year ago that I purchased this, and there's still product in this thing. I mean, seriously, it has lasted me forever. It literally doesn't budge. It stays all day. The color doesn't fade. It's just, I love it. This is amazing. The other product that I loved by Anastasia this year was the Brow Wiz. This was another favorite by pretty much everybody because the actual pencil is so tiny and precise that you can really get in there and create brow-like effect hairs. Clear Brow Gel by Anastasia. I've been loving that. I noticed that my brows were kind of like moving all over the place throughout the day, so I was like, you know what, I think it's time to finally get another clear brow gel. I'd used some in the past, but none that really worked, so I figured I would give this one a try, and it actually works and keeps my brows in place. So yeah, that is it for my favorites of the year of 2015. If I forgot anything, I will leave it in the description box, but I'm pretty sure that I covered everything. I just quickly wanted to say thank you guys so much for being so sweet and kind and supportive to me throughout the year of 2015. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. When I first started my YouTube channel, I didn't think I was going to get really any subscribers besides my friends and my family. So thank you to those of you who have subscribed to my channel. It means so much to me. And I'm wishing everybody a wonderful start to their new year. I hope that it's already started off amazing. Wishing you all a bunch of love, happiness, good health, success. Whatever success means to you, I hope that it comes to you in this year if you haven't already reached that already. For me personally, success, I've realized, is just love and happiness and being surrounded by good, positive energy. So, yeah, I'm just wishing everybody all the best. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!